It's Wrestling Wednesday on TheAdiposeTV, and we have got the main event of SummerSlam for you. John Cena versus the underdog Daniel Bryan in a 2 out of 3 falls, no DQ match, and it is going to be brutal. Please join me for a great back and forth match with over-the-top commentary as per usual. So, let's get wrestling. Well, greetings ladies and gentlemen, it is a Wrestling Wednesday here on the TheAdiposeTV, and we are going for what will probably be the SummerSlam main event, which is Daniel Bryan versus John Cena. This is going to be a pretty rare event in WWE to have an all-face main event, a good guy versus a good guy. They do happen from time to time, but they're rare and they do tend to be quite special when they do occur. For example, Hogan Ultimate Warrior WrestleMania 6, Austin Stone Cold at those WrestleManias, and you get huge amounts of supporters for both men. I'm getting very excited about this what will actually be a clash of the Titans, although in this particular case, I would point out perhaps we've got one Titan versus one underdog, because as John Cena here is pounding into Daniel Bryan, I think we have an interesting case here of one guy that is presented on TV as being absolutely unstoppable. The muscles, the size, the experience, the championships, and Daniel Bryan, who, to be blunt, doesn't have a great win-loss record, leaving perhaps the last month aside as John Cena pounds into him with another huge fist. However, the crowd have spoken. They respect the beard. Perhaps even John Cena respects the beard, although as he knocks him to one side there and continues to lay in with the punches, it might simply be that he will respect him up until the time that the ring bell goes. Daniel Bryan, of course, is a darling of the indie scene. He has been a Ring of Honor champion. He has had huge success across the world in the independents. I've seen him in the UK on several occasions, but he has always been small. Now in the WWE, if you are small, that does give you an uphill battle, although things have changed. It's often said that Vince McMahon and the WWE team prefer big men, and I think that's still probably true, but the list of small men that have made it has got bigger and bigger and bigger. Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart, CM Punk, and we could go on, but these are men that are not particularly large. Unfortunately, Daniel Bryan's first proper offensive flurry there dodged by Cena, and Daniel Bryan once again firing into the ground. Now, I think the plotline of the match at SummerSlam will be reasonably similar to what we are seeing here, that Daniel Bryan is going to be out of his depth. John Cena is immensely strong, as we can see here by the fists that he's raining into him, that massive lariat, and it will be up to Daniel Bryan to out-wrestle John Cena. Daniel Bryan will want this match to be a wrestling match. John Cena will want this match to be a fight and a brawl. And despite the fact that Daniel Bryan has got some wicked kicks in his arsenal, it is John Cena who is the stronger striker, I would suggest. Now, the other interesting element that may come into play in the build-up to SummerSlam, or possibly beyond the play, as Daniel Bryan starts to work on the arm of John Cena, perhaps trying to set up for a yes lock or a no lock, depending on his mood, and actually manages to get a proper flurry of offense into John Cena to prevent him leaving the ground. But John Cena again comes back straight away. Daniel Bryan turning it back around, going back to that arm, and yes, gets another successful blow into the bicep there of Cena. However, of course, we do have the stairs in the ring. As usual in my WWE matches, this is set to 2 out of 3 falls, no disqualification. And John Cena once again just flinging Daniel Bryan around. It's almost like every time Daniel Bryan mounts a string of offense, that John Cena reminds him that he is stronger and more harder hitting. But Daniel Bryan is still coming back, flipping around there with a lovely drop kick. Now, what can Daniel Bryan do this time to try and stop this offense from John Cena? Taking him down again, lifts him up for the vertical suplex, twists in midair and comes straight down across the steel steps. John Cena has got to be in serious pain. Daniel Bryan now with the advantage, but John Cena coming straight back. Cena has been criticised in the past for being Super Cena, for no-selling death on many an occasion, and that was one of those occasions right there. A huge vertical suplex by Daniel Bryan across. Oh, and a punch knocks Daniel out of midair. Knocks him out of midair, and John Cena just stomps away on him. This has not been Daniel Bryan's night so far, but John Cena's back has got to be hurting, and Daniel Bryan returning to those steps perhaps as his only refuge. And meets Cena with the stairs and the referee as he comes in. Daniel Bryan going for the jump, and Cena dodging him out of the way, and Daniel Bryan for the second time slamming into the concrete outside there. A quick kick from Daniel Bryan, and Cena is back again, powering into Daniel Bryan and lifts him onto the table. Cena is just too strong, he is just too powerful, he is dominating Daniel Bryan here at SummerSlam. Until that reversal! Daniel Bryan puts Cena through the table. As the commentators run for cover, Daniel Bryan has quite literally turned the tables. Yes, 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 he screams to the crowd. Now, can Daniel Bryan capitalise? A huge German suplex catching John Cena's skull on the edge of the stairs, and another steel shot to the face of John Cena. Cena dodges the second chair shot, but can't get away from a third. And a fourth. And a fifth catches him again from behind. Daniel Bryan is coming back strong in this match. Defeat for John Cena is now a real possibility after a suplex on the steel stairs, being put through the table, and several massive steel step shots. A big delayed suplex, and Daniel Bryan, the runt, the once fired by Vince McMahon, the independent underdog, is in control. And a massive roaring elbow, roaring fist type variation goes with it. But John Cena ducks the kick combination and goes for a front cover after getting a massive lariat across the back of the skull of Daniel Bryan. An incredibly dangerous maneuver there to clothesline someone from behind. Daniel Bryan going up, connects with a missile drop kick, goes up again for the headbutt, but Cena is too strong and he is up. Again, the drop kick takes Cena down, drags him to his feet, and attempts... Oh! Daniel Bryan attempting some sort of Northern-like suplex, but the stairs getting in the way, and John Cena taking a incredibly nasty landing off that maneuver. Another step shot putting Cena down, but Cena managing to counter this time, and now Cena has the stairs. And Daniel Bryan is sent down low. Daniel Bryan taking the low route there with a huge low blow. Both men now trying to lead up to their finishes, and then Cena going back to what he knows best, just using the strength, and sets up for the FU after a massive power slam. Daniel Bryan's turning around into it. He's lifting him up. No, he counters with a reverse DDT off the back, and he goes up for the headbutt, but again Cena is up too soon. Both men looking at each other, not sure what to do here. Who's going to grab? Who's going to move first? Bryan moves first. He's got him. Missile drop kick. The crowd goes crazy. They know what's coming yet. He goes for the yes lock, and he's got it. Can he lock it in? He has. He pulls back on Cena's neck. Damage to the arm done earlier. Steel step shots to the face over and over again. Cena has got to be in trouble here, but he's got to try and reach the ropes if he wants to make the break. But a swift headbutt, and he has escaped from the hold. Daniel Bryan with a huge kick to the back of the skull and a quick cover. Could this be? Cena's stunned. Cena's in trouble. He got him. 1-0 Bryan at SummerSlam, and a whip into the stairs again sends John Cena down. We've got him from behind, looks like some sort of backdrop, and he flips him over with a huge release backdrop maneuver. He poses. No, but Cena's got him. Cena's back up. It's the FU. It's the FU. drags him to the middle of the ring. 1, 2, and Daniel Bryan kicks out. The underdog is not done yet. Cena punches in the head, manages to contain his surprise, and just drives Daniel Bryan's skull into the mat and goes for the cover again. We just had the FU, we just had the bounce off the skull. Daniel Bryan is bleeding and he is in trouble. But don't forget, he is 1 full up. Cena has got to be rattled. He knows he's losing, but Cena manages to dodge Daniel Bryan's punch and give it to him with a huge flipping running bulldog. Again, it goes for the cover, but Daniel Bryan kicks out again. About 2.5, 2.6. Cena is getting closer and closer, but Daniel Bryan says, "No, I will not die." A huge punch, and then a huge clothesline. The referee might have to step in and stop this. Even if Daniel Bryan keeps kicking out, this is not. Daniel Bryan fights back, a huge kick combination. Cena's up dazed, looks like some sort of dragon suplex. He's got it. Could this be the second fall? The referee comes in. 1, no! Cena powers out. The clothesline blocked by Daniel Bryan. John Cena reversing the arm lock into what appears to be an underhand headlock. Daniel Bryan says no to that, and he comes off the ropes, and Cena is down. The athleticism and the kicks of Daniel Bryan proving a match for Cena. Cena, in anger, bounces back up, but Daniel Bryan takes him down with yet another missile dropkick off the top ropes. And the Northern Light suplex from earlier this time connects, and Cena pushes his way out again. Cena, remember, is still a fall down in this match. But Daniel Bryan's blood is pouring out of that wound on his head, and he has got to be tiring. He has got to be weakening. John Cena, the far more experienced wrestler. John Cena, the far bigger wrestler. But will he have the aptitude and the endurance to be able to compete with Daniel Bryan? Or to put it another way, can Daniel Bryan actually survive the beating that John Cena is giving him? One suplex after another, one fist after another, raining into Daniel Bryan. At some point, the beard is just going to have to give in as John Cena dumps him yet again and goes for the cover. 1, 2, Daniel Bryan back out again, but it was a weak kick out. It was more of a rollover, and again, John Cena punches Daniel Bryan out of the air. One missile dropkick too far for Daniel Bryan this morning, and a huge fist, shades of Jerry Lawler there, just straight into the cranium, into the bleeding head of Daniel Bryan, and that is enough. It is 1-1, a massive diving drop and fist put Daniel Bryan again, and he's done it again. Could this be the second fall right here, right now? Has Cena done enough to put away Daniel Bryan for the second fall? No. He's back up, but John Cena knows his ace card now. The bleeding head, the skull of Daniel Bryan. If he keeps raining the fists into Daniel Bryan, he will not survive. And again, that huge power slam from John Cena, just dominating the frail physique of Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan blocks the punch, but it's not enough. They reverse each other's maneuvers, and John Cena just whips him into the corner. Another huge fist to the bleeding head and a clothesline across the crimson-covered face of the goateed Daniel Bryan. And John Cena is feeling at the end. The FU, no! Daniel Bryan counters the FU attempt with a swift elbow to the face. A running grapple powers John Cena with a spinning backdrop into the ground. Daniel Bryan goes up for the diving headbutt. Can he hit it this time? Yes, he does! And this time Daniel Bryan is feeling the finish. It's been a long time since Cena has taken any offense, and the question is, can he put him away? Cena was playing possum. That huge powerbomb from backdrop from John Cena, and Daniel Bryan goes down again after that swift flurry of offense for him. A kick to the ribs, a kick to the side, a kick to the face, a punch to the face, and Daniel Bryan is in the corner, quickly reversed by Cena. And Cena again on the offense, posing over Daniel Bryan's broken body. Daniel Bryan trying to mount some offense there, but Cena just grabs him and pushes him into the ground. A submission hold. I don't think this will finish off Bryan, but the point is that Cena has Bryan where he wants him as Bryan comes back with an elbow, tries to put Cena into the corner unsuccessfully. Another couple of punches, and yes, Cena is there, going for something a little bit more desperate this time. An uppercut. Daniel Bryan backs off. Oh my God! Daniel Bryan going for the headbutt on the outside. Cena counters. No! Bryan hits it. Bryan hits it. And Bryan going back to the weapon that turned this match around in the first place, the stairs. And Cena goes down hard on the outside. And Bryan starts laying in with those huge kicks to the chest before following up with what we know will be a skull rattling, spinning shin kick to the face. Cena busted open. Daniel Bryan doesn't want to take the count out, so he takes out the referee. Cena back up. Cena with a kick to the chest, and no, the FU. Referee's down. Referee's down. It's not going to count. Wait, no, the referee's back up. Cena powers Daniel Bryan into the floor with a massive FU. The referee is ready. Daniel Bryan's been robbed. He's been robbed. Well, Daniel Bryan didn't want to take the count-out victory there, so he took out the referee to prevent the count. In doing so, left himself vulnerable for John Cena's Super Cena return to the ring, kick and FU, and the referee recovered in time to count the pinfall. Daniel Bryan has got to be feeling very bitter at the way today's match went. He could have taken that pinfall victory, but this is how it ended up. Even as Daniel Bryan hits the mat, the referee is barely conscious. But as soon as John Cena gets on top, the referee is there to make the pinfall. Will this be the same result we see as SummerSlam? Who knows? Either way, if you have enjoyed this particular match, then do give the video a like. And if you would like to see more, then do subscribe to TheAdiposeTV and check every Wednesday for wrestling action. Of course, this isn't the only wrestling video today, so do check the channel. There will be some classic wrestling matches from a whole variety of classic wrestling games throughout the ages. Take care, and I hope to see you soon on one of the other vids. Bye-bye.